Hello, once again, dear viewers, and welcome back to another Moonflower Tarot reading. Today, I'm going to be looking at past life and current life karma and things that are going to be coming up in this next cycle, this next 10-year cycle of your life. We're coming into the year of the fire horse, so things are going to be kicking off very shortly. And if this video is uploaded by that time, this is for you. There is a lot of grief actually at the end of the cycle. I'm just going to let you know I've been having a very rough few years, a very rough few months. So my voice kind of is showing that. Right now, I want to take a look at, though, within you and the collective, the dark side of karma, or karmic baggage, as it were, what you put out into the universe that might not have served you or others well. And that is kind of being brought to your attention or is being used in this life to alchemize you and the people around you. So we're going to look at the dark side of karma. And over here, it's what the universe is paying back, what the universe wants to let you know is coming into your life and what needs to be restored within you. So, and when I speak about karma, and I've said this before, and if you're new here, I see, and I think a lot of people see karma as this, it's like a reaction to a choice you make. And you can make choices that have positive and negative consequences. But again, it is really up to interpretation. Like, what is positive and negative? It's up to our experience. But when it comes to baggage on the soul level, there are a lot of experiences we go through and we might refuse to learn from them, and we repeat the same cycle. So it's like in the school of life, the same lesson keeps coming up and you don't learn. And in my experience, I've kind of been through this a lot with people where I would receive a message to kind of almost intervene in someone's life, you know, as you do. I'm a light worker. I'm sure some of you can relate to that. And just, it's like answering a call and being there for someone, but some people just refuse to listen. Some people refuse to change. And if something needs to be resolved in your life, this is going to bring it to your attention, or you're just going to see these sequences pop up from time to time in your life. And bear with me if I'm having a hard time speaking again. That is my deal. I might have a hard time speaking during this reading, but I am putting it up because this is an important message for the collective, and there are a few souls who have called me to do this, and I'm not going to deny that, and it is for me as well too. So with that out of the way, I'm going to take a look first. Hard part first, what karmic baggage is coming up from a past life to overcome? I'm hearing criminal negligence mindset. I'm actually using this card to see like who you were or why this karmic baggage is being presented. I heard a firestone, fire starter, no stone unturned. There's something about, okay, there was an imbalance. The one thing I'm picking up is there was an imbalance towards your light. I think you and, I'm going to get a clarifier because I'm having trouble. You were born or manifested during times of instability for at least 4 incarnations, or you've been dealing with this for 40 years, some of you. I'm hearing 7 years ago. Okay, so some of you, this has been 40 years. 40 years ago, you might be 40 years old, or this cycle kind of began 40 years ago for you. You might have been born in the 40s, but I'm getting the number 40. And some of you had a couple of incarnations in a row where it was the same thing over and over again. It was an imbalance towards your light, and you came here to restore it, like overcoming darkness. And I'm hearing there's a lot of joy in resolving it, because right now it's like, this isn't a problem for you to solve. It is something I'm hearing you're supposed to be here to enjoy. I'm also hearing again, this is the first time you're hearing a reading Bear with me. I'm not always this slow, but I am taking my time today with this, and it might be a little bit of a short reading. Um, I'm seeing the number 4. Someone in another life took advantage of you in a way you will never forget, but you might have been so destabilized that you internalized a lot of that pain and blame, where you thought you deserved having your allowance taken from you, what you had the rights to. It's almost like you've internalized that blame. Like, and this is something I've been picking up a lot in the collective, is this scapegoat mentality. Like, people are finally waking up to the fact that they've been scapegoated for so long, and we're seeing a lot of that, like, outrage coming up, because that's what this world needs to do, is get very, very angry. I feel like you did nothing wrong, but if you did something wrong, it was against yourself or others that needed you to be the best version of you. And you might not have been able to be you because your environment was so destabilized. And I'm hearing groundbreaking. You were an innovator. I'm seeing a shovel, actually, an innovator. You did a lot of work, but you did a lot of dirty work. It was very hard. There was something about, like, yeah, I'm seeing a shovel. You needed to dig people out of holes that they made for themselves. And there's this feeling of, like, I'm seeing a dog, like, you were loyal and faithful, and you're like, what did I do wrong? And you might not have done anything wrong. So this karmic baggage feels more so like you are denying yourself something because of something someone said to you a long time ago, or someone in your environment, or your environment made you believe you didn't deserve everything that you worked for, or that you want, or you're manifesting. There's this sense of a lack of receiving. Like, should you choose to go down the path that leads to abundance? Because this feels like a dreamer who lost the ability to dream. It feels like someone who has a very vivid imagination and an active mind and a positive mindset who just lost that. Like, I'm seeing this because this is the Ace of Pentacles. I'm seeing this: a seed was planted and it refused to grow, not because of you, because the soil it was planted in just was totally infertile. It could not, whatever you set in motion could not be brought to fruition. And not necessarily because of what was in you, but it could have been the refusal or denial to accept what was in you as well. So let's get more clarifications. Like, what is happening in your life to clear this up? What are you going to okay, there's a lot about emotional. Okay, so I picked this up. I was going to say material, but this is emotional as well. Okay, so there's a sense of destabilization. Now, I know this Four of Wands comes up a lot, and it's about family, it's about union, also twin flames. But for me, this is like, you wanted so much out of life, but there were so many people who were just trolling you, like waiting for you. Like, this card in this particular deck talks about hiding yourself from the world, refusing to show yourself, because there's this sense of fear, this sense of rejection and almost betrayal. Like, you hide yourself away from the world, of like, if the world is going to reject me, I'm not going to show my face. And it feels like the karmic baggage is against you, but also your refusal to shine your light for those who need to see you and hear your voice. And I know that pain. Like, I'm still dealing with that right now. And it doesn't feel like you're refusing to change. It feels like a lot of situations are coming up that are forcing you to use your voice. Okay, I heard the phrase, it's not for the lack of betrayal. Not for the lack of betrayal. So, okay, you have been betrayed in other lifetimes. Your soul learned that it's safer to hide than to be betrayed another time. You have a lot of, like, souls around you with some common ground as well. I am shaking a little. I think something that you set in motion might have died early on because you didn't have enough. Okay, I'm shaking. Give me a second. you have a lot of love and support around you, by the way. You have a lot of angels. Something that you set in motion wasn't able to come to fruition in a lot of lifetimes. Unsteady. I feel like, yeah, I keep feeling like you were built upon an unsteady foundation. It was something that was not stable for the people around you either, and you might have been the only thing that made it work for a while. Pretty penny. Yeah, someone wanted to take something from you. So situations are going to be coming up sooner or later where you are going to be put in a position where you are actively choosing to shine your light, refusing to sit still and like stay on the sidelines. You need to speak up and speak your truth and not hide, no matter what the opposition is. Even if you have to do it in secret and in private, at the very least, being yourself, being comfortable, being who you are deep down inside. And okay, I saw an image of chicken soup, and I heard the song "Chicken Noodle Soup with Rice." I forget where that was from. I think it was from a show I saw a long time ago when I was a kid. Chicken noodle soup with rice. Their chicken noodle soup with soda on the side. You need to go back to the basics again. When it comes to alchemizing a wound, from some of you, it might have been childhood, but when it has to do with your material world, the very foundation you were built upon, going back to the sense of calmness, going back to your youth. Again, I'm just getting the sense you need to go back before you were hurt, back before you were betrayed. Crossing this bridge. Yeah, I'm not really having an easy time with this, actually. I'm going to say that. Because it feels like exhaustion. I feel like I'm going through this too. I'm going to be honest with you. When I was called to do this, I didn't think I would be able to do this reading. And if you are watching this, thank you for sticking this through. But I keep hearing there's this fear of betrayal. If people see the real you, if they know the real you, they're going to reject you. And the one thing I have to say to that is, and yeah, so what? The people who reject you, they don't need access to the real you. People who reject you, they aren't worth jack shit. The people who reject you, they can go take a hike. Okay. Yeah, so I just heard the phrase, they can take the stick out of their ass and go for a long hike. Yeah, no, that's it. Yeah, people are going to not like you. You are going to annoy and piss off some people. People are going to reject you. That's okay. Do you want to be there for those people, or are you there for you and your people? Because your people aren't going to be annoyed by you. Your people are going to like you. Your people are going to like and subscribe to your content, even if you kind of shamble your way through. I guess the point is like you just got to keep going out there and finding your people. They do exist. You will be found. Like, you just got to keep speaking. You got to keep shining. And the more you do that, the more your soul learns, hey, it's okay if people reject me. It's okay to know who is and is not worthy of my time and energy. That's the biggest lesson you have to learn here. And with this new moon cycle as well, what we are seeing is an overabundance of light being returned to the earth, but the light bringers need to actually open up their lanterns and shine. You need to be that sunny star in the middle of the solar system. You're not somewhere out there in the freaking cosmos just blinking away from infinity. Like, we're not just a speck of dust. We were born here for a reason. We exist in eternity. There are going to be people who absolutely despise the ground you walk on, and that's okay. There are going to be people out there who wish for your demise. That's okay. Those are not your people. Those are not my people either. They're not welcome here, by the way. If people leave a negative comment, I'm like, oh, okay, that's someone I don't want to interact with. And I just say, okay, my people are few and far between. I'm just going to say that. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. And that's okay. So that's the biggest thing I see with your karma here that's coming through is you have to be safe being you within yourself first, and then learn how to be safe with other people. So this isn't taken away from you. So everything you work so hard for, everything you cultivated, that is not taken away from you. There's always someone out there for somebody. Nothing exists in a void or whatever. You're not the exception to the rule, okay? There's someone out there for you. There are people out there for you. There's a career for you. There's love and light. Believe me, I know this. There's an infinite possibilities of what can and will be. And the universe is yours to command. And yeah, there are people out there who do pretty bad things, who are really mean and nasty. Don't internalize that. Don't be mean to you. You do not deserve that. Let me just tell you, do not be mean to you. So what is this good? Let me talk about the karmic baggage first so we can get to the good stuff. Like, okay, so you do deserve to be in this position, kings and queens. You deserve to be this. And I heard the song from, what was it? It was, LSD, No New Friends. Yeah. We are the kings and queens seeking our aces out. We got all we need, no new friends. Yeah, okay, so you're looking for your inner circle. You're not a king or a queen, you're a god, by the way. You can create whatever life you freaking want to. Let me just tell you that. You can, and you will, I guarantee it. By the way, if you're going through a really bad time and dark night of the soul, like your darkness is not going to convince you that it's going to be light. I'm going to just say that. I want to say something. This might be a trigger warning. Depression is kind of like that. And I'm going to just be very honest and clairvoyantly honest with you. I suffer from very bad depression. And these last 4 months have been the worst. It's hard to channel when you're going through a flare-up. It's even harder to channel and see the light when you are depressed. But by the way, spiritual bypassing is not going to get you out of that. The chemicals in your brain are still subject to the mortal realm. So it's okay if you're sad and you see nothing but darkness and you're bitter and mean and angry. You know what? Give yourself permission to be. It's okay. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be like, everybody sucks. Because sometimes everybody freaking sucks. That's okay. It doesn't mean you mean it. It doesn't mean everything is going to be bad forever. It just means sometimes you can only see the dark, and that's okay. Things will inevitably get better, but you just got to ride those waves, because let me tell you, like, your mind can convince you of things that are so untrue, but sometimes so many people convince you that what you are is not good enough, and that becomes your truth as well. And if there are people around you who have convinced you that you are just no good and you're not worthy of anything, whether internally, subconsciously, or just by their actions, that will take a toll on you. You will internalize this. And if that's the case with you, you gotta say goodbye to those people. You gotta say no, you're not allowed in my inner circle. And if there are people out there in the world who say those things to you, yeah, those are the people that you do not interact with. Those are the people you do not give your time and energy to, because they're not worth it. So that's what I want to say about that. Oh, okay. Well, I love to see that. Okay, so mirroring. Oh my gosh. Okay. Everything you wish for, you deserve to come true. Yeah, I'm hearing Cinderella, dream is a wish your heart makes. Yeah, so there's a sense of you had to give up on your dreams. The seed you planted could never be sown. Or like, yeah, no, it's like you couldn't even sow. You couldn't reap what you sow because you couldn't sow. Say it ain't so. I won't go. Turn the lights off. Carry me home. You were not. You were given a chance to do something. You either refused to do it, and now that's going to change. Okay, so that was very vague, but it's very specific also. You had dreams that you had to give up on or sacrifice because other people around you kind of made it not so. You were freaking sabotaged. Okay, I'm just going to come out and say it. You were sabotaged. You were freaking, like, people were seeing what you put out there into the world and they took from you. So I am going back to Cinderella. I'm seeing the scene in Cinderella where she makes she makes the gown for herself, and then her stepsisters come in and they tear it apart. Like, you shouldn't have been able to make that. You shouldn't have been able. You did all your chores. You cleaned the house, and then you by magic you created this beautiful dress. I know technically the mice of the house helped her, but so it is really that. I'm getting that scene from Cinderella. Like, everything she worked so hard for was being torn apart. She didn't even get a chance to go to the ball. It was literally divine intervention. A fairy godmother had to intervene. Like, okay, you want to go there and these people want to play this game? Well, we're just going to let the universe decide. They don't get to take that from you. But there might have been incarnations where you were given an opportunity to go out into the world after this was taken from you, after you got an invitation to the ball and someone was like, okay, I will make a dress for you. And you might be a little bit late, but you still get to go there. And you might have said, no, it's not worth it. Because then I would come home and my stepsisters would know all about it. And then I would just have to like hear about that and they would destroy me. It's like, I'd rather sit here in my room dreaming for the rest of my life rather than having a freaking fairy hand me with their magic a ball gown and a carriage. Just the opportunity to get out of that sense of servitude. So what you need to know is that the universe is going to send in all these opportunities to get you to the ball, princess. That's it. You're going to get that dress. You want it, you're going to get it. If someone destroys it, you're going to get it in a new way. You're going to get it better than the dress you freaking made. If you set intentions to do something, and by the way, nothing in life is set in stone. Like, if you had a dream and you set something in motion and somebody came in and sabotaged that and took it from you, the universe is going to come in tenfold with something better. It's like, okay, this person came in, or this group of people came in and decided you don't get to go to that art gallery, or you don't get to, volunteer at a museum. Well, guess what? You're going to get an opportunity to go to another gallery or even own a museum. You get to be a curator of a museum. Like, okay, these people thought they can mess with your manifestations and mess with your destiny. No. And then they're going to see you in that ball gown, and they're going to see you, the mysterious princess that is chosen by the people who want you there. Your manifestations and what is truly meant for you cannot be taken in a meaningful way. It will always be resurrected in a way that is better and more glorious than what they took from you. That is the one thing you have to remember here, is that nothing truly dies that can't be reborn again. So if you set something into motion and you work so damn hard on it, the universe is not going to forget that. Anything that you have done in the past 3 or 4 years that might have failed because of someone else's hand, someone else taking from you, someone else hurting you or neglecting you even, whatever you decide to do next is going to come in so much better and brighter than what you ever dreamed of. The next project, or even this one that you're continuing on, is going to give to you and you're going to receive, because the universe is always about balance. It always finds a way to even the scales. You were someone who set something in motion, planted these seeds and these desires, did not come to fruition for whatever reason. Someone tried to sabotage you. You sabotage yourself regardless. If you choose to come out of your shell and come out of this hole you hid yourself in, or even that box you put yourself in, and continue down this path into the limelight, into the spotlight, in that carriage to see the prince, you're going to get something that they could never even dream of taking from you, because they could never dream that you could have it. They thought, oh, you can't go to the ball in that dress you made. Well, you're going to go to the ball in a freaking limousine, and you're going to wear that same beautiful dress, and you're going to be chosen by someone in that space who sees you for what you are, whatever this might be. If this is a job, if this is an art project, even if this is in love or family, whatever you were denied or blocked from receiving, something even better, it's on its way in. The moment you refuse to let the fears or even the words of others convince you otherwise, convince you don't deserve this, shine your light. You are a beautiful star. You are a beautiful soul. You deserve to be seen. You deserve to be heard. You deserve to be followed. And you will find your people out there. They are out there. They deserve your time and energy more than the people who say you can't do it or the people who hate you. Keep moving forward, guys. You can do this. And I'm going to see if I can get one more message about possibly past life. Okay, I'm going to pick a card for past life connections. I think the only thing standing in your way is your refusal to let go of people who continually betray you. And that you might have past life connections keep popping up. And those past life connections, if they feel like they're the same that you faced in this life, it has to do with betrayal wounds. The only thing that could stand in your way is someone else coming into your life, telling you what you can and can't do, and convincing you to continue being stuck in the cycle that kept you from going to the ball, princess. Okay? If you do not let go of the people who do not allow you to reap what you sow, you will stay stuck in this. If you continue to listen to the voices of people who say, that's dumb, don't do this, don't do that, because a lot of it feels like it's emotional blackmail. A lot of it feels like it's manipulation, because it is manipulation. Because you have the freedom to choose whatever the frick you want to do in this life, and no one has to like you. It's nice to have people who like you. It's hard to not have a lot of help and support and people who don't like you. However, these people are not going to allow you to meet people who like you. These people will refuse help and support entering into your life because they need you stuck in that state of misery, because they can see that you're capable of shining. Because if they stole from you in the past, they're going to take from you again, because they might have no soul. They might have no light. They have no inspiration. They're uncreative, and they are incapable of seeing anything outside of themselves. Do not let them convince you to stay stuck in this hole you've been pigeoned into, because you deserve something better. You deserve the whole world. You deserve people who truly love you for who you are. And that is the one thing I see kind of standing in your way. But if you do kind of move away from them and you set those intentions to keep moving forward, you are going to see so many positive results, because you're not letting them hold you back anymore. You're not listening to them. Be careful about who you share your dreams with. Be careful about who you share your thoughts with at this point in time, because you are ending a very long phase of, I'm hearing nihilism, self-defeat, self-neglect, and betrayal. The more you step into this side of things, the more you step into your authenticity, what you set in motion cannot be undone. What you thought was dead is going to be resurrected in a better way, in a brighter way, for a brighter future. And that is meant for you. The universe always finds a way to balance itself out if you let it. But if you keep refusing to choose, I keep feeling like I'm repeating myself. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be straight and narrow. There's a lot of people out there who might come across this reading who are just going to refuse to change. And it's not because you're a bad person, they're a bad person. No, 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 no. That's not it at all. It's okay not to change. It's your choice. But you have an invitation to get out of the situation you're in. So what are you going to do? And I guess the biggest suggestion is I'm going to actually see if there's any news or opportunities coming up soon. Which card am I picking? This one, yeah, okay. Okay, so you might see an offer, an invitation soon. Okay, we're just back to this. Yeah, I returned that to the deck. Do I have another? Yeah, I keep hearing an offer you can't refuse. There's something about you might be into voice acting. Something about, yeah, don't refuse an offer. That's an act of self-betrayal. If there's an offer that comes out of nowhere that is just in alignment with what you want, like definitely look into it, but it is for you. It is something you might have even chosen subconsciously, or I'm seeing someone here applied to something a very long time ago. You applied to something, maybe you're an actor or a creator or a musician. I got voice actor, and there's something you set in motion a long time ago. You might be hearing back from an old friend or colleague that want, yeah, I heard you're a real good sport. I think there's a sense of redemption, because now I'm seeing this as, okay, there is a bright opportunity around the corner for you and a chance to redeem yourself. If you choose this, it is going to be emotionally fulfilling. Emotionally fulfilling, self-fulfilling prophecy. So there's something you saw for yourself and you set in motion that you might have forgotten about. And this could be the turning point for you to choose something better for your life, something better for your future, because the universe always gives us opportunities to change. It always sends in people that gives us a freedom to choose a different way and a different path. And this is how you alchemize your soul. If this is an offer you would have refused in the past, don't do so. Even if it feels awkward and unsafe and new, your nervous system is just trying to tell you that new is not good. New can get you in trouble. It's like, yeah, but new is not unsafe. New is just something you've never done before. So, is that it? Yeah, just an opportunity coming in that is going to help you choose otherwise. But I think that's all I have for today. I want to say thank you once again to your viewers bearing with me and being here. And I really pray for the best of luck to you and all my love. Look forward to doing possibly a few more readings this month. We'll see how I feel. But until then, I wish you the best beginning of this new year and new 10-year cycle, and all my love.